So let's get started with project scope management. And the scope management, the objective here is why manage project scope. We need to understand the difference in project scope and product scope. And these are the processes of the project scope management. We have plan scope management, collect requirement, define scope, and create WBS. These are the processes in the planning, and verify scope and control scope are from the monitor and control side. So first is we need to understand why manage project scope. So let us go to this cartoon. I'm sure you must have seen it sometime at some point of time. This actually is quite popular for past many years. What it says, this is how the customer explained it, what they want. This is how the project leader understood it. This is how the analyst designed it. This is how the programmer wrote it. How the business consultant described it. How the project was documented. What operations installed. How the customer was billed. How it was supported. And this is what the customer really needed. Isn't it? So there is a huge gap between what customer wants and what customer needs. And whose responsibility it is to find out. Whose responsibility it is to find out what customer wants and what customer needs?
Project manager.
Project team. Okay. So suppose you have a requirement, you have to get your website done. Okay. You go to a company and you ask them that okay, I want my website, and the customer who is coming there, he says okay, I want the traffic counter. I every day need some functionality added to it, that I can see who all visited, what is the page hit, what is the counter of that, how many people registered on that, what was the traffic, how many people clicked on Facebook link and then came to, clicked on advertisement on this Facebook link and Google page and came to my site. All these things he's asking. Now everything that he's asking requires some additional functionality, which will require some additional time and additional cost. Okay. So you agree him to provide him everything. Now the time has come when this website has to be launched. Now during the launch or after the launch, that the customer is saying that okay, this is fine, but still I'm not able to generate any revenue from that. Okay. Or maybe the value that I had expected this website is going to return, it is not happening. And then you ask him, okay, so what value you were looking for from this website? What was your objective? And then he said that, I thought that people will come here and they are going to place order for the online stuff or merchandise that I have. So I can see the traffic, but no one is buying that. And then you say that, okay, your strategy was wrong. The approach that you have taken is wrong. Maybe your delivery system is not accurate. That is why people are not coming to your website. So his purpose of launching this e-commerce site is failed. Why it has failed? Correct. Because client need was not understood. We failed to understand that the client really needs a complete e-commerce solution. And the e-commerce solution cannot be completed only by developing and launching a website. When we talk about the e-commerce, it means right from the product categorization, targeting the customer segment, bringing into our website, helping them or providing them the hassle-free order placement. And once the order is placed, you should provide the mechanism to track it. The e-commerce solution must work with some logistical supply chain application as well. That okay, once the order is placed, how the courier or how the product will be delivered to the customer, and provide a tracking till the end point. And it doesn't end there. Once it is delivered, you take the feedback from the customer and put it on the website so other people also come and see that yes, in past so many people placed the order and this is their feedback, this is their review. Isn't it? So if you say that okay, that is what customer has told us and we did that, no. It is the project team, the performing team's responsibility to ask the right question, to ask the question to the customer, understand their business purpose, understand their business objective. Just by doing something is not going to help you, is not going to serve your purpose. For example, when you go to buy something in your shop, you go to a chemist shop and you ask him, give me something for pain. He will simply give you a Brufen. Okay, you consume that, and after 2 hours after that, you again go there and ask him, this is not helping. No, what medicine you gave me? You wasted my money, you wasted my time. For 2 hours I was suffering that. And then you say, okay, आपको pain कहाँ पर है? And then you tell him that, I have pain in my head, I have migraine pain, and he says, then Combifen will not help you, Brufen will not help you. You need to take this some other Vasograin or something, isn't it? So whose responsibility it is? Before giving the medicine, the chemist should have asked you, sir, I will give you the pen, ma'am, I will give you the painkiller, but tell me in which part of the body you have pain. And then and then when you say that I have migraine pain, he should have given you the correct medicine for that. Okay? So team's responsibility, it is the performing team's responsibility to note down not only the wants, but the needs of the customer and build the project scope on those needs. So the project scope management is to ensure that the project includes all the work required and only the work required to complete the project successfully. The key thing that we do in scope management, we will identify what is to be delivered and what is not to be delivered. That is very important.